Hello, Freddie.
Hello, Andy.
Hello, how are you?
Man, I'm doing awesome, man. I'm doing wonderful.
Good stuff. And we finally got down and had a bit of a trouble, but we're here now. But thank you for coming down.
Okay, thank you.
Great I Am there by Freddie Lee from the Beyond Comprehension album. I listen, really good music there.
Thank you, Andy.
And you can buy said album if you go to cdbaby.com/Freddie Lee. Also on iTunes as well.
On iTunes as well.
Good old iTunes. When did you get this album recorded?
Actually, I started on that album, and I started writing that album in 2007.
Okay.
And by the time we completed it, it had to be like in the middle of 2008.
Good response, good feedback?
A lot of great feedback. We got a lot of good reviews on the album from Blues and Soul magazine, Soul Survivors magazine, and a few other writers from Soul Tunes and Barry Tyler and all of these famous reviewers. I mean, they gave it a lot of good props, though.
You're from America, as we can hear, and you're from Florida.
From Florida.
Tell us what it's like. You're growing up. Was the music always being a big part of your growing up?
Yeah, very much so. Music was played a very, very important part of it. It was a form of escapism for me because I grew up where I grew up at. You know, it wasn't the best of neighborhoods. It was a very rough neighborhood, and you can get yourself in all kind of things. And music was the way out of it, and both my parents sang, so I was around that.
So musical family then.
Yeah.
And were you in like choirs or groups? And
I was in actually that's why I got my first experience was working in a church choir.
Okay.
And I gained a lot of experience from that, and it also kept me out of trouble.
Right.
You know, by being in the church choir.
Yeah. Okay. When did you move? When did you make the move from America to England, and why?
Why? Well, I mean, I always wanted to travel and come abroad, and to see other parts of the world.
Yeah.
But I was at university in Miami, called Florida Memorial University, and the opportunity came for me to come over here and perform. And I say, you know what? I better take this opportunity, because if I don't do it, I'll always be wondering, oh man, I wonder what, if you know how it is, it could be sometimes. So I took the chance and decided to come over and to pursue a career in singing, because like I said before, coming from where I grew up at, and it's in the roughest part of the hood, you want to, know, and getting away from that and seeing other places was the best thing.
It says you've worked in Spain, Holland, Germany, Russia, Ukraine, Italy. You've been around then.
Yeah, man, I've been all over the place, man, singing soul music, inspirational soul, whatever we want to call it. But man, I've been keeping beautiful music alive, man, and just expressing myself through songs.
What do you think about England? Is it a lot different from Florida, I expect?
Oh my goodness, yes. It's a lot different. The weather is different. Everything is different. I mean, I like England. I mean, it's got a lot of rich history here. And I tell everybody that, everywhere I go, because people probably say the same thing about me. Oh man, if I was in Florida, I'll be enjoying the beaches and the sunshine. But then I would turn around and say, well, I'm here, man. You got an awesome history here. I go around in central London and see all the beautiful locations, and I go to other places in the north and see. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful country. Really beautiful.
Oh, it is. And let's play another track from the Beyond Comprehension album. Do you have any requests, so to speak? Which one we want to get in now?
The one I would suggest would be Friends.
Friends. Okay. And I was going to say what it's about, but about friends.
That's what it's about, having real friends, man.
Okay, this is from the album Beyond Comprehension, and we'll talk more, Freddie, after this.
The single most important thing that we desire of all must be spoken into existence, and that it bring us comfort to know. It doesn't matter what we're going through. It doesn't matter our ups and downs. And it doesn't matter our situation, but that we have true friends. Everybody needs a friend. Someone that sticks right to the end. Yeah. Someone that understands you.
Well, listening to the Andy G Show here on Radio Wey. We still have Freddie in the studio. Hello, man.
Oh, hello, Andy. How you doing, man? Hey.
And okay, let's go back into your story. And we've gathered. You moved over here. And in what year?
That was in. I actually come over here in '98.
98. Okay.
1998.
And but it wasn't all plain sailing.
No, man. I come over here doing a tribute to Soul and Motown, Four Tops and Temptation and all of that. And the guys and I from America all come over together. We work together, and we done a lot of work in America. But to make a long story short, I got in a situation where the group broke up, and I ended up homeless, man.
Right.
Because I found out one of the guys that I was working with was stealing money from us.
Right.
And you're talking about in the neighborhood of the equivalent of like 170,000 American dollars, a lot of money. And I said, no, I can't do this. So I decided to leave it, and it left me in a homeless situation. So I had to start all over again. And then I ended up meeting a very good friend of mine and manager. Her name is Jessie Singh. Then she introduced me to another guy from BCM Promotions, Ray Martin, who sat me down and we talked it, and he invested money into me. He gave me the seed money to get myself back on my feet. And I'm talking about, you're looking at like 4.5 to 5,000 pounds he gave me to get myself up and running and to put a show together. And doing that, I was writing my album while I was going through
the Beyond Comprehension.
Beyond Comprehension, because I was writing it as a way to kind of take my mind away from the fact that what I was going through. And by the time I finished, I had an album. And then, of course, I met a group of guys from a record company, record label production company called 5 a.m. Productions. Tony Bean and Colin Bassett. Also worked with a guy named Mikey Grant, a former member of Musical Youth. Actually still is a part of Musical Youth.
Oh, wow, okay.
And we all got together, collaborated on this album here, Beyond Comprehension. And, man, it was amazing. It's just the fact that I went through that. And I'm thinking I gone through all of those horrible situations in order to meet so many wonderful people, man. And I think had not I gone through that, I would have never met none of these people, man.
Well, it's definitely an inspirational story, and it shows that even if you're at the very bottom, you can always work your way back up.
You can work your way back up to the top, and that's so true, Andy, so true.
And you got the whole future ahead of you, and
oh yeah, man, I got a bright future ahead of me.
Yes, definitely, with
bright future, man. I'm in the studio now working on my second album, which is called My Soul Intentions.
Okay.
And soon as that...
How's that going?
It's going well, man. Beautiful, beautiful. You'll be one of the first persons to get a copy of the first single, Andy.
I'll play it on the Andy G Show first.
Oh, yeah, man. I will definitely do that. And we're looking at a lot of other things. I got a lot of other stuff that's happening, working on TV, doing a few spots here and there and a few featured films, starting to get, do a bit of movies, acting, singing, you name it, man. I'm trying to do it all, man.
So it's 2011 is going to be a big year.
Yeah, it's exciting. It's quite exciting, man. It's a lot of hard work, but you know how it is. You got to work hard in order to achieve things, and sometimes that means you have to sacrifice your social life and all of that stuff to make these wonderful things happen. And then I've decided if I want to do that this year, I got to sacrifice a whole lot of things that make it possible.
Okay. And also, I can announce you're the first Andy G Show guest with their own Wikipedia article. So,
let me pat myself on the back. Ooh, yes.
You know, I've always wanted to say this, and for a very, very long time, that I love you and I really do need you. Don't you know that I love you more than life itself? Oh, how I love you. Life, I smile sometime, and only to find I cry too.
Freddie Lee, Oh How I Love You. I do love you, Freddie Lee.
Hey, that's the song. Oh yeah.
From the Beyond Comprehension album, which you can buy now on CD Baby and on iTunes and anywhere else. No, just iTunes and
most on CD Baby and iTunes.
Okay.
And I do believe they had on Amazon.
Okay. And you got a music video as well. We forgot to mention.
Yes, we got a music video for the song "The Great I Am,"
which we played earlier.
Which we the first tune that Andy played. And as you could also follow that on YouTube, and you can also keep up with me on Facebook. Yeah, you can also follow me there.
So it's just search on the internet, Freddie Lee. Everything will come up.
I'm telling you, it's all over the place.
So okay, well, we talked a bit about your future plans, but anything coming up in the pipeline that you want to
yes.
tell the world, or at least Surrey?
Yes, I've been doing I've been a very busy bee, and I've worked on with the BBC too with a spinoff from Grumpy Old Men.
Okay.
And we're doing the Grumpy Guides to Office Workers, and I'm playing a lazy office worker.
Right.
And then I also had an opportunity to work with a great individual, Richard E. Grant. We worked together. I worked closely with him. I played a lawyer, and How Not to Be a Loser.
Right.
And all of those things should be coming out. I know Grumpy Guides will be out between April, March, around that time. And it was awesome to be able to work on the movie set and work with so many amazing people.
So it's a feature length.
Yes, actual features.
Okay,
yeah.
And what's he like? He always strikes me sort of an intense character, Richard.
Yeah, he's a funny guy, man. Very down to earth guy, man.
Okay.
Very down to earth, cool guy, man.
Okay.
Very cool.
Well, like yourself.
Oh man, I'm trying to be like you, man. I want to be like you, Andy.
Have your own show on Radio Wey. Well, thanks for coming down. It's been great meeting you, and
thank you.
Telling my listeners about your story and inspirational, and
thank you, man.
Hopefully, we'll have a few more fans to the Freddie Lee database.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
And well, you can check him out, like you said, on Facebook, on YouTube, on everything else, on Google.
Google me, all of that wonderful. Don't forget, y'all, go over to iTunes and CD Baby now. Get your copy of Beyond Comprehension.